Today I have partnered up with HelloFresh to show you guys one of the most special makeovers I've ever done for my dear friend Annie and Micah, who just welcomed their baby boy into this world this past Saturday. Micah is actually my trainer and Annie is an entrepreneur in 1.5 million ways, but her main way is actually her skincare line called Skin Al, which she operates to the garage to the right. That will be moving out to another location. Micah will be making a gym in there and it will finally be becoming an actual full home, not like a work/home. That being said, Annie knows how to decorate interiors and her house is so cute and cozy. It's pink and pastel with some green neutrals, but her outdoor space, she told me she just doesn't know what to do, so she handed it over to me. She also wanted this to be complete by the time Skin Al moved out and the baby came, but the baby came way sooner than we expected, but we still got it done in time. We shot a couple emails back and forth about design, what products we were looking to buy, how we wanted to budget, and at the end of the day, per our emails, our budget was looking from anywhere from $1,000 to almost $2,000. But I didn't want to just dive in and spend that. I wanted to just go to the space, start to clean it up, and get a general idea of what I was looking to invest in first. Not to be punny at all, but I do start a makeover like this every single time with a general sweep of the area. That way when you clean it to the utmost and you sit back, you can start to realize new potential of the space that you are transforming. The first thing that I mentioned to Annie in my email was just to paint or transform the fence somehow, because that is really the focal point of the entire outdoor entertaining area. And she suggested that we paint it pink. And if you know me, pink is just not my color. So I kind of got a little bit nervous with that being the focal point of the space and me having to decorate around that because pink and I just don't really jive. So to finish up day one, I decided to pressure wash the fence. I have a review on this guy as well. It's not like a heavy duty pressure washer. It's just like an everyday use type of situation. And then I painted some pink samples onto the fence and left so Annie and Micah could kind of just assess which one really they want to live with, because we're going to be making a major change to this fence. I totally forgot that I also take measurements on day one of just the space or what I'm looking to add or cover up, like this AC unit cover. And then I went home and was able to do this all day long and still come home and cook my dude a fresh meal because he just got back from Europe and I didn't have to go grocery shopping or anything. It's just right there for me at my doorstep. That leads me into today's sponsor, HelloFresh. You guys know I've been working with them for a couple of months now and I really can't get enough. HelloFresh makes cooking delicious meals at home a reality regardless of your comfort level in a kitchen, which is great because I am not a good chef. You can break out of your dinner rut with their 20+ chef curated recipes each week, but what I love most about this service is that it's flexible and it can fit your lifestyle. You can add extra meals to your weekly order, as well as yummy sides or desserts like garlic bread and a cookie dough, which I didn't even know they had cookie dough, so hello, need to get onto that ASAP. HelloFresh is now from $6.99 per serving, and you can get started with 8 free meals. That's $80 off your first month of HelloFresh by going to HelloFresh.com and entering promo code METZ80. And just a personal thank you to HelloFresh for making my life a lot easier amidst this crazy makeover with the timing, and you'll learn about that a little later. Annie chose a color faster than I could blink. She went with Pink Elephant and we did a satin enamel exterior finish by Bear. I definitely shouldn't have used a paint primer mix. I should have used an actual primer first, so for next time I will. And then I got hit by a beetle. Day 2 was finally complete, so I could focus on just doing some DIYs at my home before transporting them over to Annie's. I had these horns from Home Goods from 6 years ago that I originally used in my guest room before I made it over. These lanterns I did build, I did a video on them as well, but I spray painted them black because she wanted black accents throughout her space. I also implemented the DIY that I showed you guys on my live that I did a couple of weeks ago, but I put that onto a larger scale for some larger plants just to add texture. Instead of the aquarium rocks from my backyard makeover, I had a lot of white rock left over. I just put that into the base of the plant. And then those crystals or faux crystal rocks from Michael's, I've had those on hand for years. So I threw a couple of those in there as well to mix it up. To finish up day 3, I have so many succulents in my backyard, guys. I don't even know why I have so many or how I acquired them, and I have a ton of pots as well. So I just repotted about 10 to 12 plants for Annie's space. I was on a roll to see how much of the budget I didn't need to spend. I had these string lights on hand. I found them in my garage, the big ones, because those are from my backyard makeover, and then those little bulb lights are actually from the DIY backyard seat lighting thing that I did a couple of years ago. Side note, I look so crazy, but your girl got a heat rash and I was trying to keep cool any means necessary. That was the beginning of day 4. I just went over there, hung up the lights real quick, and I moved on to creating these DIY squirrel feeders because Annie is obsessed with this squirrel named Sylvester that comes over. She feeds him, and she just loves having like a little party of animals in her backyard. I cut down some extra wood that I had on hand to basically frame out the size of the jar that you are going to be using so it can rest nice and snug right in there. I then traced and cut out where the opening of the jar needed to slide into. The jar should fit snug enough so you can pull it out and not a squirrel can run away with it. I also DIY'd a mini bench because I saw a photo of a squirrel sitting on a bench and that needed to happen in Annie's backyard. We are quickly moving on to day 5 because that's when I got a text that she was getting induced on Saturday. So the baby was coming way quicker than anticipated. We didn't have time to order the furniture that we originally thought we were going to purchase, but I ended up pulling some decor out of nowhere. These crates are from a party that I threw that I no longer had use for. And the larger pots and white pots, or the more decorative ones, Annie had on hand for years. I later found out that I implemented like this pig, something from every house that she's lived in as like a housewarming gift. I used some faux candles just because baby was on the way and I thought these would be a lot better of an option if they wanted to switch it on for some romantic lighting and they just walk inside and totally forget. This couch, we decided to go with a non-wood choice because the last piece of patio furniture she had was wood and the squirrels absolutely went haywire and ate it apparently, so we did not want that to happen again. I have linked everything that I can for you guys down below, and this set was originally $643, but it was on sale for $439, which is a steal because it's a couch, a coffee table, and 2 chairs. Oh, and please try to ignore the fact that I got viciously attacked by a gang of mosquitoes on my legs. I don't even know what was happening, but I have never experienced such treatment like that. Trying to keep up with not having to spend the budget, Annie had these 2 rugs inside her garage that she was no longer going to be needing because they're going to be moving their offices. I decided to pull both of those rugs out because they already had some stains on them. They were a little bit beat up. I didn't feel bad throwing these 2 outside. Totally unscripted, our first guest. Oh my goodness, it works. I cannot believe we just caught that. That's so cute. Enjoy, there's 2 of them. 1, 2, boom. Oh, he's gone. I sprayed down everything I possibly could with this Rust-Oleum water repellent. It's great for shoes, backpacks, patio furniture, cushions. I gave her an extra bottle as well because I just wanted her to have it on hand so this didn't get completely thrashed. She didn't have to really worry about it. Baby legit came home when I was doing this makeover, so I put everything in a little basket that she needed for the backyard so she can grab it later, and added some final decor pieces. The textured pots in the back, the crystals and the rocks, and the garden figurines, including this centerpiece, all these are Annie's decor and that good vibe pillow as well. So it was really cool to see what we could save. As I said before, our budget was ranging from $1,000 to $2,000. I'm happy to report we only spent $820 for the paint, the furniture, any other kind of necessities and needs for little things, but I think that's great, cutting it even under $1,000 for the space. I did DIY that AC unit cover in the back left. I'm happy to make a video about it if you guys want to see it. Before you guys come at me in the comments, the beam is blue because it's on the exterior of her house, which they will be painting in the future, but I didn't want to touch it with the pink right now. Underneath the window, I left space for either their grill that they can pull out once they get propane, or Micah and Annie love riding bikes together and they normally park it out here in this patio space, so I just kind of left it open when they start to do that again to use it as an option. My camera actually just randomly stopped recording when I went to go get Annie to reveal the final space, but I just have to say the look on her face is something that brought tears into my eyes because it was just really, ew, I'm gonna cry. It was just really awesome to see her vision come to life, even though she had no way to execute it, and just to be able to help create this new space, this new home, since there's no longer work in here and there's a new baby and it's just all about them. It just was a really special, it was just a really special moment for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this makeover, and thank you again to HelloFresh for making this possible. Don't forget that you can get started with 8 free meals. That's $80 off your first month of HelloFresh by following the link below and entering promo code METS80. But I'll see you guys next week for another DIY.